10,000 American personnel. That's how many U.S. military members operate every day at a Udeid Air Base. Located in the desert outside Doha, this installation is the largest United States military base in the Middle East and the operational nerve center of regional air power controlled by CENTCOM. From this base, American air operations are coordinated across a vast stretch of territory that includes Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, and the Persian Gulf. Massive bombers, advanced fighter jets, surveillance aircraft, and air refueling tankers operate from its 12,000-foot runway, while command centers inside the base plan and direct missions across more than 20 countries. For 2 decades, this installation has served as the backbone of American military presence in the region. But recently, something happened that shattered the long-standing assumption that this base was beyond direct attack. Iranian missiles struck the facility, not near it, not in the surrounding desert, but directly on key sections of the base itself. Runway areas, aircraft parking zones, and logistical facilities were hit in what analysts describe as a precise and deliberate strike. The attack was reportedly carried out using Iran's powerful Khorramshahr-4, one of the most advanced missiles in the country's arsenal. This weapon has a range of roughly 2,000 kilometers and can carry a warhead weighing about 2,000 kilograms. For comparison, a Tomahawk cruise missile, widely used by the United States, carries a warhead of around 450 kilograms. The Khorramshahr-4's payload is therefore several times larger, giving it the ability to cause significant damage if it hits critical infrastructure. The missile's reported accuracy is another reason analysts view the strike as strategically significant. With an estimated circular error probable of about 30 meters, the system is capable of hitting specific infrastructure targets such as runways, fuel storage facilities, or aircraft parking zones. That level of precision means an attack does not need to destroy an entire base to disrupt operations. Even damage to sections of a runway can temporarily slow flight operations. Strikes on aircraft parking areas can threaten multiple aircraft at once if they are positioned close together. Satellite imagery circulating after the strike reportedly showed impact craters on parts of the main runway and damage near aircraft staging areas. Even though the runway at Al Udeid is extremely long, about 12,000 feet, allowing aircraft to continue operating from undamaged sections, repairing such damage during a period of heightened tensions is complex and time-consuming. Aircraft must be relocated to hardened shelters, operations may be slowed, and maintenance crews must work under the threat of additional strikes. The base normally handles a constant flow of operations, including surveillance flights, refueling missions, cargo operations, and strike coordination across the region. Any disruption to this tempo affects not just one country, but the entire network of coalition operations managed through the base. Following the attack, the Pentagon acknowledged that the base had been targeted, but released limited details about the damage or possible casualties. Such limited statements are not unusual during ongoing security situations. As military officials often restrict information while assessments are still underway, what is clear, however, is that a base hosting around 10,000 personnel operating around the clock includes workers on flight lines, maintenance areas, command centers, and logistical facilities. In any large installation, not everyone is inside hardened shelters at all times, which means the potential risk during such an attack can be significant. The strike also places the host country, Qatar, in a complex geopolitical situation. Qatar hosts the largest American military installation in the region, while also maintaining diplomatic communication channels with Iran and acting as a mediator in several regional disputes. For years, this balancing approach allowed Qatar to maintain relations with multiple sides in regional tensions. However, when missiles strike a foreign military base located on its territory, the situation becomes far more sensitive. Publicly condemning one side risks damaging diplomatic relations, while asking the United States to withdraw would fundamentally change Qatar's security framework. Strategically, the use of the Khorramshahr-4 carries symbolic weight as well. With a range of around 2,000 kilometers, the missile theoretically places a large number of American facilities within reach from Iranian territory. That range covers U.S. installations across the Gulf region, including bases in Iraq, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. By demonstrating the capability to strike such a high-value military hub, the attack sends a message about the evolving balance of missile and air defense capabilities in the region. For decades, many analysts believe that major American bases in the Gulf were relatively secure due to distance, layered air defenses, and regional alliances. The strike on Al Udeid challenges that perception and raises new questions about the vulnerability of fixed military installations in an era of increasingly accurate ballistic missiles. Even if operations continue as they currently appear to, the knowledge that such bases can be targeted with precision weapons alters the strategic calculations. For military planners across the region, today, aircraft still take off from the base and operations continue, but the environment has changed. Security procedures are tighter, assets are more dispersed. Planners must assume that future conflicts could involve direct strikes against major military infrastructure. The largest American base in the Middle East remains active, but the assumption that it was beyond the reach of precision missile attacks has now been seriously challenged.